All right, guys, here we go. BlackTop action coming at you right now. We got Austin King, Florida Gators small forward, going up against Bam Allen. Austin King has got to be the favorite to win this. Don't you agree?
Oh, I definitely think he does because he's taken such a big leap going from year one to year two that the expectations have to be sky high for Austin King, even in this tournament, let alone this matchup.
Bam Allen's definitely got a lot of potential, and I do think he'll be a good player in the SBF for a long time to come. I just don't think he's there yet, as Austin King has the advantage as he is a sophomore, hasn't declared for the pros yet. Could he be one of the first players to ever make it to his junior season?
I would be extremely shocked if he did because of the leap he's made from year one to year two. But if he decides to stay in college for another year and makes even like half of the leap that he did from one to two, year three, he could easily be a player of the year candidate.
Absolutely. I mean, Chalk Thunder is another one. Look at that Austin King hustle.
Ooh.
Chalk Thunder is another one of the Florida boys in his sophomore season. Actually, Chalk, I've had personal conversations with. It sounds like he's still not ready. He said to me
Wow.
that Chalk's not leaving Florida until he's ready. Chalk will be the clear-cut #1 pick coming out of college before he leaves Florida. That's what he said to me. So, interesting strategy considering he's not grinding any attribute points. Chalk hasn't gotten even a tiny bit better. But Chalk is a good player, so I think he could continue.
Yeah, he was easily the second or third best player on a loaded squad last year for that won a title, and he definitely has not regressed at all. He's not skipped a beat since that championship game, and it's too early to really debate. But if Florida were to win another championship, I couldn't imagine having two juniors stay over after getting a title or a second title.
After Florida picked up the most recent player, who's this new? There's a new NCAA player coming to Florida. Do you remember who it was?
For Florida?
Yeah, we got a new one that's going to Florida. It's oh man. I don't have my phone.
I will
Check
look
the
it up
player
real quick.
favorite. One of the last guys.
The new players are Diddy, Jacked Gaines.
It's Jacked Gaines. I think he put that he wanted to go to like North Carolina or something.
Yep, it says North Carolina. So yeah, probably Jacked.
What's the player name?
Jacked Gaines, and it is a It is a 6'10" power forward.
Yes, that's what it was. Florida finally getting rid of that AI position. JoJo Allen, Austin King, Ty Allen, about to have a 6'10" power forward at that 4 spot.
Man, that is another loaded Florida squad. I don't know if I would consider them the favorites this year just because the field around them is so much more talented than last year, but it was hard to rule them out if they can have a full team of user players.
I mean, the Allens and Austin King are all
wow
for the natty. They want that natty. Austin King got one last season, but I don't think he felt like that was his natty. That was Steve Carter, Josh Allen's natty. Austin King wants to lead Florida to a natty. So if he doesn't win one this season, could you see Gaines and King come back for another season, run it back, and be the favorites?
That would be insane because we talked about it a lot last year when we saw Austin King. We saw glimpses of what he is right now, and we said, why isn't he stepping up? And it looks like he was just purposely taking a back seat because he knew how skilled his teammates were around him, and now he's shouldering the load. And if he can take another step up, I think we're looking at a potential top pick in the draft.
So before this game ends, I have to point this out. So the way this tournament works, there's an odd number of players in this small forward tournament. Oh, there goes the blowout. There goes the shutout.
Almost got the shutout.
There's an odd number of players in this tournament. So each game we're going to be calculating the margin of victory. So in this situation, if Austin scores now without letting Bam score again, it's going to be a 10-point victory. He's going to get 10 points. Whoever has the largest margin of victory after the first couple rounds is going to get a bye straight past the semifinals and straight into the finals, because we're going to end up with 3 players after the bracket. So the best of the 3 players is going to get a pass. Do you think after this impressive win, Austin King could easily get that bye?
Oh, I definitely think he could, but Bam Allen is doing everything he can right now to try to not let that happen at the very least.
Bam's brother Hershey was Defensive Player of the Year last year for the NCAA, and you're seeing it because Austin King is probably one of the most skilled scoring threes in the league. And look at Bam holding strong.
Ooh.
Bam's doing a decent job. You guys might not truly appreciate it, but that's probably because not a lot of people know who Austin King is yet. And this might be a tournament that absolutely skyrockets his potential.
Oh, absolutely. And Allen looking like he's starting to figure out King a little bit more when he's playing defense. If he had been playing this well to start the game, we'd have a much closer game, but Austin King came out with guns blazing.
I mean, and that's Bam's problem. Bam can't play offense. That's his problem at Michigan right now. He wants to be a good scorer, but as you see there, he just takes bad shots. There's a hustle rebound. Can King recover? No. Bam's going to get it to go. And without being able to score in a 1v1 tournament, I don't think you have any chance to win.
Yeah, being able to score in isolation is your biggest friend in a tournament like this.
And there we go, guys. There's your 1v1. Austin King advances. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys in the next one.